Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And as you've read in the title of this video, we're going to be going over this plate carrier and these plates by Guard Dog Body Armor. Now, who is Guard Dog Body Armor? Well, it's not a whole lot of information. I did get to email them, and there was a brief email exchange between them. But essentially, they're just a body armor manufacturer out of the Carolinas here in the U.S. And essentially, their goal is to provide body armor that exceeds NIJ standards at an economical price point. So, and to be completely honest, that's why I jumped on these. Prior to 3 weeks ago, I had no idea who Guard Dog Body Armor was until I got an email from Classic Firearms, because I'm on their email list, and they said they had body armor in stock. Looked them up, saw the prices, was impressed with the prices, checked out the videos on Classic Firearms YouTube page, as well as a video from Tim Kennedy where he was torture testing their M4 Plus plates. I believe they were the M4 Plus plates, and it kind of sold me on making the leap. So I got these. I actually got 2 sets of everything. I got 4 plates, 2 carriers, a set for me, a set for my wife. My wife wants to become a cop. Actually, her goal is to become a detective and solve crimes, but you obviously got to go the route of, you know, an officer and work your way up. And so I said, we need to start taking your training serious and start getting you into some of the gear. And that's what actually prompted everything. So that being said, let's jump right into it. So this is their Sheppard plate carrier. I believe it's made of 600D Oxford fabric. It doesn't state it on their description, but if you go to some of the other plate carriers descriptions that are made of Oxford fabric, they state that it's 600D Oxford or 600 denier Oxford fabric. So I'm assuming that that's just the fabric they're using across all of their lineup in which they use Oxford fabric. I did ask them why they chose Oxford over Cordura, and they said basically it's durable, lightweight, and essentially it's cost effective. But they do provide one, which is the pit bull. So that's an option for those of you that may want to go the Cordura route. If that's what you choose, there is the pit bull model that is made of Cordura, but there is there's a bunch of variation, or rather models. They have 5 models to be exact. The Sheppard, which is here. They have Dane, Terrier, Boxer, and then again the pit bull, which is made of 500D Cordura. Different variations. Some of them have higher quality features. Some of them are slicked out. It's for whatever you feel the need, or whatever you feel you may need. So let's jump right into this, because I have a tendency to ramble, and I don't want to do that in this video. I want to keep this as straightforward as possible. So again, this is the Sheppard plate carrier made of 600D Oxford fabric. These fit size small to 2X because they are adjustable. They have adjustments in the front and rear of the cummerbund, and they have adjustments in the shoulder pads via Velcro strapping. This whole plate carrier is quick detach. You have quick detach buckles here on the shoulder straps, and you have these the quick release tubes here that are similar to the First Spear quick release tubes. I don't think they are First Spear, but they're similar design. Yeah, so they hold 10 by 12 plates. So you got your front panel here and your rear panel back here, and they will hold 10 by 12 ceramic plates, and they fit very snug. I have another one that's kind of set up, and I'll show you how everything looks once it's in. Now so when you insert the plates, they have these retention straps here, and that basically is to keep them snug in there so that there's not a whole lot of plate sliding and bouncing if you have to do any run and gun stuff. But you insert the plate underneath these, you tuck these up, that keeps the plate in place, and then you tuck this flap up, and that seals it off from any dirt or debris that may get in there. And you can do the same on the back. It's set up exactly the same way. As you can tell, the front and the rear panels, as well as the cummerbund, are riddled with Molle Pals webbing here. So you got 3 rows here, 3 rows on the cummerbund. You have 2 rows right here above the kangaroo pouch, and then you have another 2 up here, which are loop side Velcro so that you can attach any type of identifiers or patches. And the same thing is going to be on the rear here, as you can see. So shoulder straps, pretty nice, not too thick as far as width wise, they're not too wide. They do have a thicker padding on the bottom here. It's not overly thick, but it's got this corrugated material here, and what's that's going to do is going to allow hot air out, cool air in, so that you don't get these crazy hot spots. And if you've ever worn body armor for any period of time, you'll know they get hot very fast. And that corrugated material, as you can see, is going to go throughout the front and back panels, and you'll have these little channels here. They're not crazy pronounced, but there are enough that as you move, you'll be able to have airflow in and out to keep you as cool as possible, which is a nice deal. The shoulder straps, basically, the pad opens up via Velcro, and there's Velcro on the bottom side of it, so it sticks in place and doesn't move. And if you need to adjust it, you pull this strap up, and then you can separate like so, and then make your adjustments so that it fits properly. And then you go ahead and you put that back over like so. On top of these shoulder pads, you can see there's these elastic loops, and what they're for is to hold shotgun shells. I'm not a big fan of that, to be completely honest with you. I feel like that may cause some rubbing issues if you're going to put some shot shells, unless you're somebody who's it's got like a long neck. I don't have a long neck. I'm a short, pudgy shit. I'm 5'6", you know, with no neck. So, full arm battle gnome, this would tear my neck up and my jawline. But otherwise, it's fine. And if you're like me with no neck and you're rocking this, I mean, I'm sure you can replace these if you so choose. But if you're going to stick with these and you're not using the shot shells, I'm sure that's going to be completely fine. So, as you can see, there's pouches all over this thing. So up top here, you have a triple mag pouch attached via Molle. They are removable, but as you can tell, you have, again, the Velcro on it, because this would be your patch panel. But if you chose to keep these here, you can attach patches here so that you're not sacrificing your patch panel for mag capacity, or to mount your mag pouches. On the front here, you have this kangaroo pouch, which is lined with Velcro, so that you can insert, and it kind of looks like this. This is a dual, but the triple one obviously fits the width of that. So you have this insert in here, so you can see, and that'll hold 3 AR-15 mags, and they are kept in place via bungee retention. Now, when you get these, if you decide to order them, make sure you tighten these down, because the other one I had, they started coming loose, completely out, and I had to reorient them. Otherwise, it's not a big deal. It's just something to be mindful of. But you have 3 mags here, 3 pistol mags. You have 2 single AR-15 mag pouches that are attached to the cummerbund, and then on the sides here, you have these pockets at the cummerbund. Those pockets are meant to hold side plates, and they could hold 6x6 or 6x8 side plates. But if you chose not to run side plates and you want extra mag capacity, they come pre-installed with these dual AR-15 mag pouches, which are these here. This is out of the other carrier that I have. So all in all, straight out the gate, for $115, you can get a plate carrier that holds 10x12 ceramic plates, or sappy plates essentially, and can house 3 pistol mags and 9 AR-15 mags. Now these mag pouches, everything is removable, so you can remove this insert if you chose to. These are removable. These are removable, so are the inserts, which is really nice, because then you're not pigeonholed into having a plate carrier that has a very specific setup. But if you had gotten this and you wanted something that's going to be utilitarian, and that if, you know, shit hit the fan, you need to run out the door and fight whatever, whether it be zombies, aliens, or other two-legged critters, you have plenty of mag capacity to set you in for the long fight, if that's what you chose. But they are removable, and you can configure this however you see fit. I do like the fact that on the back they come with these basically general purpose pouches. So you have this one general purpose pouch here. It's a smaller one up top, and this one measures approximately 6 inches wide by 5 inches tall and 2.25 inches deep. And this larger GP pouch measures approximately 10 inches wide by 5 inches tall by 2.25 inches in depth. I do think that this is very nice to come with. I typically don't run things on my back. I like my back nice and slick, and if I'm going to run anything on my back, it's most likely going to be a hydration bladder. However, this one is going to be configured differently for a different setup, so I am going to keep these on the back. And I like the fact that if you're not going to utilize them, they sit nice and flat, so you don't have to worry about having any protrusions. And if you're going to do any type of vehicle operations or be in and out of cars, you don't have to worry about having that pressure up against your back, especially your lower back. And if those of you who have worn body armor in the past have had that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it does, I didn't point this out before, it does come with a drag handle. However, I don't think this drag handle is actually a usable item. It's thin, the stitching isn't very robust, and I don't know how far down it goes, but this is not something that I would utilize. If somebody that I knew had went down, I'm not going to drag them by this. This doesn't feel like it's going to hold up to the stress and the weight, but it's there. So that's, you know, I guess you could look at it as a plus, but it's not something that I would do. So the cummerbund's fully adjustable, and how that works is back here on the back panel you have this Velcro flap. You pull this flap up, and then you have Velcro on both sides, and that's how you make your adjustment. You pull it completely off, and then you can adjust it however you see fit for your body type. Just remember, when you fit this to your body, don't make it overly tight. When you go to set this in place, have somebody help you out. Take a deep breath, and then set it where it's nice and comfortable. Because if you put it too tight and you're not doing it on your inhale, you're going to have a hard time breathing. And if you have to run a gun, you're going to be shorting yourself oxygen, and that's just a recipe for disaster. But essentially, that's how that adjustment goes. And the same goes for the front. If you come to the front here, this kangaroo pouch actually is a flap as well. So you can pull this flap up, and then you can make your adjustments out here with these Velcro panels. Now, I would suggest that you make as much of an adjustment with these as opposed to the rear, because if you're a bigger guy like me, a girthier gentleman, when you adjust them, the hook side of the Velcro is going to protrude, and that's going to rub up against you. So if you're wearing a thicker shirt, it'll probably be fine, but if you're wearing a thin shirt, you're going to feel it through the fabric, and it's going to start to rub you raw. Now, you could remedy this by going to, say, Michael's or Hobby Lobby and buying double-sided Velcro, or adhesive Velcro, and making your own panel so that it's cleaner, it's softer on one side, soft on the other, and then you can, whatever is protruding out to the side, you can cover that up with your own homemade thing using Velcro, and then that's gonna limit the amount of rubbing from the hook side. So I don't run panels, side plates. I've never run side plates. But if you chose to, the ability's here. If you don't want to run AR mags in there, which I don't, because I'm not, there's no way I'm drawing from there. Even though they would probably be just staging mags, so you got your primaries on the front and maybe one ready mag on the side. And then these, you can cycle out as you need to. Or you can use these to retain stuff. So there's Velcro in there that keeps it closed. But if you wanted to stuff this with something flat, you can do so and use it as a general purpose pouch as well. So let's see. What have I missed? Have I missed anything? I don't think I missed much. So let's move this off the table here. And let me bring up this. Now here's the other one. This one's mine. The other one's my wife. We haven't set it up because we just haven't had the time between me being sick, then she got sick. It was a nightmare. So this is how I have this set up at the moment. Keep the front slick, because if I have to get down into the prone, I don't want anything keeping me up. So these 3 mags, that's it. That's how I always run my plates, with 3 mags at most on the front panel. On the cummerbund, I took off the insert. I took out the inserts for the side plates, and I took out the 1 mag pouch here. I left the 1 mag pouch on this side, and I turned this into my ready mag. So for instance, if I'm running gear, I'm always just using a battle belt. If I see a reason that I have to use plates, then obviously my plates are going to become my primary, and this is going to be my ready mag. Hence why my retention strap isn't on there. And the reason being is because I put something inside this mag pouch. Now what I did was I have S-Tac Kiwi mag pouches, and I bought a bunch of their inserts. In case they wore out, I can replace them. And they fit in here. So what I did was I took adhesive Velcro, because there's Velcro already, loop side Velcro already on the Kiwi insert. I went ahead and stuck the opposite side, the hook side of the adhesive Velcro, and pulled the straps, and then when I inserted it, I stuck it in there. So now if I need to ready mag, boom, I can push this out. But if I need to set it back, I set it back, and there's enough tension that I'm not going to create a yard sale with that. So that's why I went with that. I took the three pistol pouch off, the triple pistol pouch off, because I don't run pistol mags on my body armor. And then if you come back to the back side here, I left this flat. I put the other pouch right here, and then that way on this one I can run comms. So if for any reason I had to run a radio, I could throw my Baofeng for my Baofeng radio in here, keep it retained with this bungee, and then run my mic and my Ear Pro into it. No problem. I left this empty because there's nothing that I need to put in there at the moment, and just toying around with this as my med pouch. I wish there was Velcro on this so you can put a medical patch on there, but essentially I set it up so that if something happens to me, obviously your medical pouch, your IFAK, is meant for you, but for somebody else to use on you. So basically you pull this open and then rip this out, and what I have is, this is by Recon Medical. So I got a Israeli bandage, this is basically a Gen 4 cat tourniquet, and then shears and a bunch of other stuff, and it's sealed. And then I have an extra chest seal because this one only comes with one, so I put this in here, which actually comes with 2 chest seals, and then that way, you know, you can plug up multiple holes, especially if it's going to go through you. A lot of people don't take that into account. People that don't really have much experience, they don't take into account that, hey, you know, one chest seal is most likely not going to suffice because it's probably going to punch through. 2, it's going to punch through all the way. So, but anyway, this is just me toying around with this. I may actually end up moving this, maybe back here, and getting a separate pouch, but that'll be somewhere else down the line. But this is just toying with a setup, and as you can see, I have these plates in here, so they fit right in that pouch nice and perfect. They don't slide. I can't move it up and down. There's very minimal slop in the carrier, so when you wear this, it's going to fit nice and snug to your body, and it's not going to go anywhere. But as I said, this is not fully set up. This is just what I'm toying with now as a second setup, because I do have a primary, but that's for a different role. And I don't remember if I covered this or not, but I do love these first beer style tube quick releases. I think they're really awesome, and the fact that you could just pop them down, get out, you know, unclip this. I hate dealing with the Velcro, having to lift the flap on Velcro, get in, get out. It's time consuming, and I just don't like it. So now let's move on to the plates. Now these are level 4 plates. Actually, before I even move on to this, I forgot to mention that the plate carrier comes with a 1-year warranty. So if you get it, just know that it comes with a 1-year warranty, and I confirmed that via email with the people over at Guard Dog Body Armor. So back to the level 4 plates. These are 10 by 12 single curve plates. These are standalone plates. Essentially, they're sappy plates, and they're marketed as weighing 6.5 pounds each and less than 1 inch. I took some measurements with a caliber. They were 0.974 inches, so they're basically 1 inch at that point. And the weight was 6.8 pounds per plate. So that was on my scale. So 6.8 pounds on my scale, and then 0.974 inches as far as thickness is concerned. They're made of alumina and polyethylene. Alumina is used in a ton of stuff like spark plugs and reconstructive material. Like if you shattered your bone or something, you can use that for reconstructive stuff. So it's used in a lot of stuff, and so is polyethylene. Polyethylene is used in just about everything plastic that we know and that we use, from this type of stuff to, like the lower on your polymer handgun to, basic Tupperware. But anyway, these are made of a combination of aluminum and polyethylene, and they're covered in a waterproof polyethylene polyester cover. So as you can see, it's got a nice cover. It's got some padding around the edges. And then you got the Guard Dog logo there, which I think is pretty sweet. On the back here, you got your sticker. So it tells you material, alumina, and polyethylene, size 10 by 12. The weight, manufacturing date is May 2021 on these plates. And the protection level is NIJ 0101.06, level 4 standalone. So essentially what that means is that it can stop 30-06 or M2 armor piercing projectiles. Now they do have the M4 Plus, and from talking to the people over at Guard Dog, they state that the main difference between this one and the M4 Plus is that it has more alumina in it, so it can withstand multiple hits of 30-06 armor piercing rounds. But this has shown to be pretty reliable and pretty resistant to multiple hits. If you check out Classic Firearms, their torture test, or Tim Kennedy's torture test, you'll see that they took multiple hits and just kept on going. So that's what honestly sold me. Now, they are not certified via NIJ. However, again, talking to the people over at Guard Dog, they are tested in-house to NIJ standards, and they use the U.S. National Testing System, which they state that all of these manufacturers of body armor do. They test in-house essentially to the U.S. National Testing System via velocity and back face deformation, and that's how they market. That's how they rate these. These are multi-hit. However, I don't think they're multi-hit, so to speak, for 30-06 armor piercing rounds. But honestly, unless you're in a military role, I don't see you having to deal with 30-06 or anything above that. So I think these are very nice plates. I got these for about $140 through Classic Firearms. So they're per plate. They don't sell them. I mean, if you go to Guard Dog Body Armor, you can get them as a set, but you're going to pay as a set. It's always per plate, the price. So to be completely honest with you, I am very impressed with Guard Dog Body Armor and what they have to offer. That may change in the future depending on how this stuff holds up through training. The plates I probably won't run during training. I have steel plates that I would run if I'm taking a class. I'll just throw in my steel plates because they're heavier and they're not gonna become compromised over time through the training. Whereas these can be, if you take a hard hit, they can break, and then having them be exposed to the elements, the humidity, all that stuff, that will cause them to degrade over time. But these are, I think these are very, very good option. They are warranted for 5 years, so I don't know what the extent of it is. They just stated it's got 5-year warranty on these, but I don't know what the extent of the warranty is or how that would even work. But that being said, I am very, very impressed with Guard Dog Body Armor. I think they're definitely worth a look if you are interested in getting some body armor. I know that the times right now throughout the country are extremely trying, to say the least. There's a lot of unrest over the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, between riots and being singled out for whatever your political belief may be, or however the situation came to be. But I think body armor is always a really good thing. I suggest everybody should have body armor, to be honest with you. Now, I would seriously have you consider this company. Go ahead, go to guarddogbodyarmor.com or gdbodyarmor.com. Give them a look through their stuff. They have a lot of cool stuff. They have ballistic helmets, side plates. They have a variation of different plates. You got level 3A ultralight plates that are like 15 ounces each. You got regular level 3 ceramic plates, M4 Plus. They look like this with a red M4 Plus. Those will stop most. They're tested to 5 shots of 30-06 M2 armor-piercing rounds. There's just a ton of stuff. Their carriers are really good. If you want something that's more robust, they have some that have mini Cobra buckles on the straps, the shoulder straps. If you don't want to run plastic, there's some that run Cobra buckles here for the cummerbund. There's a wide variety of options to fit whatever you may need. But definitely go ahead and give them a shout. I think they seem to be good people. They answered me back really quick via email, and honestly, they were the first company to ever respond to my email. I've emailed multiple companies looking for information. I've never asked for anything for free. I've always told them that, hey, I bought my own stuff. I just want some information so that I can pass it along to those that may watch my video, and I want to give them the most accurate information that I can. And Guard Dog Body Armor was the first and only company to actually respond to my email, which I think was pretty awesome because I am a nobody essentially on YouTube. I got like 110 subscribers maybe. But again, I just do this for fun. This is a hobby, and I like sharing my experiences with others because sometimes you just need to hear it from somebody who's not a big name, because with the big name comes wondering if they were bought out and whatnot, and I'm not bought out, and I would never be bought out anyway, so I never. But with that being said, go ahead, check out Guard Dog Body Armor at gdbodyarmor.com. If you're interested in seeing what these plates can handle, check out Clint over at Classic Firearms on YouTube, and check out Tim Kennedy on YouTube. They both have videos where they tested these plates, and you can see what they can do. So if you stood around this long, thank you for hanging around. I know that I have a tendency to ramble, but I really like this product, and I can't wait to get it out and then do a full, thorough review. Not so much an overview, but a review down the road. All right. So thank you. I have more things in the works. I just have to get time to do them, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks.